Hello there, beautiful people. So today, I know you're like, girl, ain't nothing on that budget sheet. Like, what's going on, sis? So, one of the biggest questions and one of the most commented comments on my channel is, I don't know where to start. How do I get started? How much money should I put in the sinking fund? How do you... Okay, so I've made a video before kind of explaining how to start an all cash budget, but if you're anything like me, you are a visual kind of hands-on person, so I'm going to do the hands-on part for you. Okay, so say I am Jessica, and today is my very first day coming across Baddies and Budgets, or as I'm known on YouTube, OhmyfroBudgets. So what's today's date? Today's date is today. Okay, and so hey, I'm Jessica. I work at Target, okay? So I get paid bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks, and every 2 weeks I make $1,000. Okay, so that's what I have here is $1,000. So if I was you and this was my situation, this is how I would budget, okay? So very first, I would look at my bills. And so most people pay rent, they pay utilities, and usually, you know, like a phone bill and maybe a car and so on. But let's say, let's just say you have these 3 bills, right? I would throw a car in here, but no, this is enough, right? So let's say bi-weekly. So keep in mind, this is bi-weekly. I understand nobody's rent is $250 a month, you know. So let's say we're gonna pay $250 for our rent, right? And I'm just gonna use this actual column to show the full amount. So that would make our rent $500. And our utilities, let's say for the month, let's do 75, so that would make them about $150 per month. Our cell phone bill, let's say $50, and that would make it $100, right? So sorry. Okay, so we would be budgeting for this paycheck $250 plus 75 plus 50, which would be our total here would be $375. Okay, and so remaining, which is what we have left out of our breakdown income, would be $625, right? So again, this is me, I'm Jessica. What I do next is move to variable expenses, because when you're in a budget, there are still things that you need on a weekly and daily basis that you can't save for. So you still have to drive back and forth to work. That is a car, or however you get back and forth, whether that's Uber or giving somebody gas money. Those are things that you have to do, right? Every week. You can't save that money and not spend it. You also have to eat. So for some people, that's groceries and eating out. For some people, that's either or. For me personally, I have a laundry fund because our washing machine is broke, so we have to go to the laundromat. So that's something I have to do. We have to have clean clothes, right? So that's something I budget for. And I also have a little section for, I call it shopping. For me personally, I was an Amazon addict, a shopping addict. So just giving myself like $20 a week deters me from, you know, binge spending, because I didn't give myself any money to shop. So it allows me to buy small things so that I don't go and splurge and do the most, right? So let's say for Jessica, she has gas, groceries, eating out, and beauty, right? Because a lot of girls have to get their nails done, or, you know, like to get pedicures, or the new thing is like eyelashes. So let's go ahead and have those here. So we have $625 left. She only gets paid bi-weekly, so these numbers may be a little larger than someone who got paid every week. So let's say for gas, we're going to give her for 2 weeks, let's say $45. Depending on where you live, that may sound ridiculous, okay? But where I am, that's doable. That's about what I budget for my own self. For groceries, let's give her $125. Eating out, we're going to give her $20. And for beauty, we're going to give her $25. So we'll add those up. 45, 125, 20, and 25. So our total here is $215. So we're going to take this remaining amount, which is $625, and subtract our $215, and we now have $410 remaining. Okay, so we've got our paycheck, we've paid our bills, and now we've given ourselves money to spend throughout the week. So it will also, wow, it's hard to explain. So it'll keep you on budget without having you swipe a card or anything like that. This money is what you spend through the week. So if you need to eat and you go eat out and you spend the $20, then do everything you can to not go over. And if you feel like this paycheck, okay, $20 just was not enough, I need coffee every other day or whatever, adjust your numbers so that you're not over or underspending drastically, so that this actually works for you. Like, a budget shouldn't be so restrictive that you're miserable. If you need coffee every day, $7 coffee ain't gonna make or break you. Like, let's be honest. If your spending habits are great otherwise, and you need Starbucks every day to be happy and fulfilled, get your dang Starbucks, okay? And tell whoever that wants to argue about it to argue with their mammy, okay? Because we ain't gonna do it. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna budget and be happy. We're not gonna be miserable. So the next step depends. Okay, so this is where it varies. So depending on your own financial goals, these may go in a different order. For me personally, they go 1, 2, 3. Debt for me is low priority because for my personality, if I started this journey and paid off all my debt but had no savings, I wouldn't have done well. For me, I needed to be able to get a certain amount of money in the bank so that I personally feel secure, and then I will attack the debt. Life has too many unknowns for me. I have really bad anxiety. So paying off a bunch of debt, which is basically money that I can't see, I know that sounds crazy. I don't feel secure in my budget. I would have never stuck it out as long. So I knew that I needed to give myself 2021 to save as much as I could, to still pay off a little debt here and there, but to save as much as I could, and so that I can go into 2021 empowered and ready to take over my debt, okay? So for you, it may be completely different. You may go in a different step. You may be like, hey, this debt has been hanging over my head. I want to buy a home or whatever. And so you may want to attack your debt first. And that is perfectly okay. We all have different goals and different visions for our life and different needs. So just do whatever works best for you. But for Jessica today, we are going to make her savings and her sinking funds her top priority, okay? So for Jessica, let's talk about sinking funds. So I look at them as little mini savings accounts. So it's things that you get a little more time to save for. So I always give people an example of Christmas. While you could just wait until Christmas shows up, take your paycheck and go buy Christmas gifts. I've done that before. You could also slowly save for Christmas over the year. So instead of having to spend your whole paycheck in December on gifts, you could add $100 a month to your Christmas fund, and come Christmas, you have $1,200 that's there, okay? So you could do the same thing for birthdays if that's big for you. For your car insurance, if, you know, we pay it every 6 months. So I put in so much every month and we'll pay the car insurance when it comes, and it's not such a huge burden on me. So little things like that. So for most people, it'll be something like a Christmas fund. It'll be something like self-care. It'll be something like your kids, your pets, anything around your house, so you can do household or car maintenance. Okay, so we're gonna start with those 6 funds, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. So before we stuff these, let's move on. So let's say Jessica also has a Capital One card, and she wants to pay that off, okay? And she also has started participating in a 52-week challenge because she wants to have some extra money for the end of the year, okay? And so me personally, I then start working backwards. So since the 52-week challenge is a set amount, we're gonna say that Jessica is adding $50 to this challenge. And so at the end of her budget, there should be $0. So we're going to put our remaining to 0. So we'll grab our calculator here. Again, this is how my brain works. You can go forward and do this if you want, but I work this way. So we'll take our $50 off here. So we have $360. So I know the remaining here should be $50 because that's what we need here. And then we have $360 left. We have $360 to spend. So say we want to pay towards her Capital One card. So we're going to go ahead, I don't know what people pay towards credit cards. I'll pay it all off. Let's go ahead and say there's another $50. And we're going to pay that towards her Capital One card. So there's another $50. Okay, and so our total here is 50. There's a remaining of 50. So now I know that we have $310 to spend for our sinking funds, okay? So let's look at priorities here. So we are currently in July of the year. So we are 6 months through 2021, okay? So Christmas is pretty important. So if you have kiddos, you might be wanting to up that Christmas money. So out of this $310, let's say Jessica has a son. So we are going to put $75 towards Christmas, okay? So we now have $235. So next up, Jessica also wants to make sure that her car is maintained so that she can keep her Target job. So I would go ahead and apply $30 to car maintenance, which leaves us with $205. Jessica also likes to do something for herself to keep herself up throughout the year for self-care. So we're going to put $40 in her self-care sinking fund. $165. Jessica has a dog, so we want to make sure that Roscoe has food and stuff he needs. So we're going to give him $25, which leaves us with $140. Jessica also wants to make sure she has money put up for laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, anything that she needs around her household. So we're going to put $40 there. And we have $100 left, which is what we want to give our kids because we want to make sure that we always have money put away for them, for things that happen. So there's our $100 and we're good to go. So we know that our entire budget is spent. I work backwards because that's how my brain works, but you could go from this section to this section to the, but I want to make sure that if you're using these two, that you have the funds there and that you're not giving these two scrap money, if that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and add these up. 75, 40, 100, 25, 40, 30. So our total here is $310 and we have $100 remaining. So with Jessica's paycheck, her $1,000 from Target, okay, she is going to be paying $300, and I don't have any 20s, but she'll be putting about $375 towards bills. Her cash envelopes will be getting about $215. I don't have 15, y'all, so sorry, I didn't have that much change. So for her sinking funds, she's going to be using about $310. For her debt, $50, and for her 52-week savings, $50. And imagine this is 20s and it's broke down. But every dollar has a place, y'all, right? So you're not feeling neglected because your bills are paid. You have money to get yourself through the week. You still have money to get your nails done. And you're also saving for these big events. So say this paycheck came and it's Christmas time. You don't have to spend your whole $1,000 on Christmas. You know what you do? Go to your Christmas sinking fund, which probably has $1,000 in it. Go buy your gifts and your income is untouched, right? That's the difference. Is like my nieces came this weekend and typically I struggle to do nice things with them, right? Nope. Looked in to see what was inside of my family time fund and said, okay. Went and got barbecue, went and got them some toys, and it was nothing. Like, I didn't think twice about it because the money was there. So when you very first start saving this way, it kind of feels like, oh man, I could have been buying this on Amazon or whatever. Give it a month. Watch your sinking fund start growing, have an emergency, and have that money there, and watch your mind change. Like, and that's also another fund I would add here is emergency fund. But yeah, I hope this helped. I get this question so much and I answer it as best I can, but sometimes I feel like a visual will best help you. So my situation may be different from yours. I'm an entrepreneur. My income may vary. Business may slow down for me, so I have to be able to adjust. You may be different. You may be a salaried employee, so you know to the penny what you're getting, and so you can budget out a month in advance, you know? So you have to make it work for you. Watching other people budget is great, but being able to adjust and accommodate your own life, that's the real key, right? So don't budget to the point to where you feel neglected. You know, start out slow, work your way into it, and you want to still be happy. You know, you don't want to feel like, oh, well, I can't do. Not all the time. Treat yourself every now and then. You're still human. Life is meant to be lived, but you just are trying to get a healthier relationship with money. Okay? I hope this helped y'all. If y'all have any questions, leave it down below. I'll do my best to answer you guys. I know I'm a little slow responding lately, y'all, but we packed a lot of orders this week. Okay? So I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Let me know if you like this video. If you'd like me to go further into detail, I sure will. Make sure you guys go over to my Instagram and check out the giveaway info for our back to school giveaway. I didn't have time to pick a winner for my 5K giveaway yet, but I will. I'm gonna get to it, y'all. So that's it. Y'all have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it, y'all. Bye.